Have you ever jolted awake at 3 a.m. with the taste of graveyard dirt clinging to your tongue, or the chilling echo of laughter that just wasn't human? You might have dismissed it as just another nightmare, a trick of the subconscious mind. But what if it wasn't? What if it was something far more ancient, far more potent? In Voodoo traditions, stretching from the bustling markets of Benin to the soulful streets of New Orleans, dreams aren't just random brain static, a jumble of day's end thoughts. Oh no, they're hand-delivered telegrams, urgent dispatches from the spirit world itself. And when certain, often lesser-known spirits decide to cross that veil and enter your slumber, the message they bring is usually simple, stark, and utterly terrifying. Run. Tonight, we're not just exploring folklore, we're peeling back the curtain on 7 voodoo dream visitors you absolutely, unequivocally never want to meet. These aren't your typical dream symbols. They're direct communiques, warnings, etched into the fabric of your sleep. If you see them, trust me, you won't want to ask questions or try to decipher their meaning later. Your primal instinct will tell you, and you should listen, just run. Because ignoring them, well, that's when the real nightmares begin. Let's delve into the shadowy corners of the spirit world and see who might be waiting for you there. Number 7, Zangbeto, the Night Watchman. Picture this. You're standing in a village square, a place that feels both familiar and utterly alien, shrouded in an impenetrable darkness. Suddenly, a towering, conical shape, woven from straw and reeds, begins to glide towards you. It moves with an unnerving silence, a steady, deliberate pace, yet you can discern no feet beneath its voluminous form. This, my friends, is Zangbeto, the Vodun night hunters from the ancient lands of Benin and Togo. These aren't mere scarecrows. In waking life, they are revered protectors, members of a secret society tasked with patrolling the streets, maintaining order, and warding off malevolent forces. They are the guardians of the night, the enforcers of communal harmony. But in dreams, their appearance takes on a far more personal, often unsettling significance. They manifest when your personal boundaries are not just weak, but wide open, leaving you vulnerable to external influences, both seen and unseen. If you witness a Zangbeto circling you clockwise in your dream, it's an urgent, undeniable sign. Gossip, venomous whispers, and malicious rumors are spreading about you faster than wildfire through dry brush. Your reputation, your standing in your community is under attack. Now, if the Zangbeto circles counterclockwise, the warning is even more dire. This isn't just idle chatter. This signifies that someone, perhaps someone you know, is actively working witchcraft against you. They are focusing their negative energy, their ill intent, directly at you, attempting to weave a web of misfortune around your life. This isn't a subtle hint. It's a blaring siren in your sleep. What do? The moment you jolt awake from such a dream, heart pounding and breath hitched, don't hesitate. Don't rationalize it away as a weird dream. Get up Immediately lock your doors, not just physically, but spiritually. Cleanse your living space with intention. In the Vodun tradition, a whispered apology, offered sincerely for every secret you've spilled, every careless word you've uttered that might have contributed to the gossip, combined with the purifying touch of palm oil, is a powerful antidote. Anoint your doorways, your windows, and even your own temples with it. This isn't just superstition. It's a symbolic act of reclaiming your personal sovereignty, sealing your energetic perimeter. Ignore this profound warning. Dismiss it as a mere figment of your imagination, and within 9 days, you'll begin to notice a disturbing pattern. Small electronics around your home will inexplicably break down one after another. Your milk will sour overnight, even when refrigerated with an unnatural speed. And most unsettling of all, an insidious sense will creep over you, the chilling, undeniable feeling that someone or something is watching you from inside your own house, a silent, unseen presence that makes the hairs on your arms stand on end. The Zangbeto don't just patrol the streets, they patrol the boundaries of your very being, and they won't let you forget when those boundaries have been breached. Number 6, Mami Wata, the sapphire seductress. When most people hear the name Mami Wata, they conjure images of a beautiful, benevolent mermaid, perhaps a shimmering figure who grants wishes, or even hands out winning lottery numbers. And yes, in some tales, she can be a patron of wealth and beauty. But in the deep, murky waters of your dreams, Mami Wata is a far more complex and often dangerous entity. She might still appear as half fish, her tail a cascade of iridescent scales, but her eyes, they'll be pools of absolute, terrifying pitch black, reflecting nothing but your own fear. And the comb she holds, the one she uses to elegantly smooth her long dark hair, it won't be dripping water, but something far more viscous and crimson. Blood. Mami Wata shows up in your dreams when you're teetering on a precarious edge, when you're making a dangerous bargain, trading long-term joy, true fulfillment, and genuine peace for fleeting, short-term gain. Think about it. Are you clinging to a toxic job, enduring daily misery just for the comfort of a steady paycheck? Are you desperately holding on to a relationship that's clearly already underwater, drowning both you and your partner simply because you fear being alone? These are the moments Mami Wata senses. These are the cracks she exploits. If in your dream she extends a hand offering you a mirror, perhaps one exquisitely framed in polished cowrie shells, you must, with every fiber of your being, refuse it. Do not be tempted by its allure, by the promise of superficial beauty or transient success it seems to hold. Accepting that mirror is tantamount to signing a spiritual contract, a binding agreement with consequences you absolutely did not read and certainly did not agree to. It's a Faustian bargain, beautifully disguised. Should you accept, the immediate aftermath will seem almost like a blessing. Within a month, sudden, unexpected money will arrive in your life. A windfall, an inheritance, a promotion. But this isn't a gift. It's bait. And it will be followed with chilling predictability by an equally sudden and devastating tragedy. Perhaps a violent car crash, a house fire that consumes everything you own, or the inexplicable disappearance of a beloved pet, leaving a gaping hole in your heart. Mami Wata doesn't just take. She demands a terrible price for her fleeting favors. The only way to break such a treacherous contract, to sever the spiritual umbilical cord to this powerful water spirit, is through a specific ancient ritual. Before sunrise, and only before sunrise, you must leave a fresh, ripe pineapple on the shoreline of a body of water, a river, a lake, or the ocean. Place it gently, with intention, and then walk away without looking back. Do not glance over your shoulder. Do not question your actions. The act of offering the sweet fruit, a symbol of hospitality and abundance, and then turning your back, signifies your rejection of her terms and your reclaiming of your true, unblemished spiritual path. It's a powerful act of renunciation, a desperate plea for freedom from her watery grasp. Number 5, Gede of the Open Coffin. Now let's talk about Gede, one of the most intriguing and paradoxical Loa in the Voodoo pantheon. He's often depicted as the ruler of both death and fertility. Yes, you heard that right. Both ends of the ultimate spectrum of existence. He embodies the cycle, the grim reaper, and the bringer of new life. A cosmic jester who finds humor in the most solemn of circumstances. In dreams, Gede rarely comes subtly. He often arrives as a strikingly dapper, albeit macabre, gentleman. A man in a worn yet elegant top hat, a vibrant purple kerchief tied rakishly over one eye, and leaning casually on a crutch fashioned, most disturbingly, from human thigh bones. His presence is potent, his gaze piercing, and his grin is wide and knowing. If you wake to find him standing at the foot of your bed in your dream, his presence radiating an undeniable gravitas, this is a clear, urgent directive. You need to check the nearest pregnancy test, or perhaps the nearest will. This isn't a riddle, it's a prophecy. New life and abrupt, significant endings are poised to trade places, to dramatically shift the landscape of your future. A birth might coincide with a profound loss, or a new beginning might rise from the ashes of something that has irrevocably ended. Gede is there to prepare you, to make sure you understand the profound shifts that are coming. He's also quite the character, known for his crude humor and his love of life's more carnal pleasures. He'll sometimes crack a dirty joke, a wry, irreverent comment that might make you blush even in your sleep, and then, with a flourish, toss you a single blood-red rose. This isn't just a romantic gesture, it's a spiritual summons. If you catch it, if your dream self accepts this offering, you've implicitly agreed to carry a message for the dead. You've become an unwitting intermediary, and the message won't take long to arrive. Within 3 nights, you'll find yourself dreaming of a relative you didn't even know existed, a long-lost ancestor or forgotten kin. They won't speak in riddles. They'll name the precise location of an unpaid debt that still burdens their spirit, or the coordinates of an unmarked grave, a soul yearning for recognition and proper rest. This isn't about your finances. It's about spiritual balance, about righting a wrong that transcends generations. Ignore this crucial message. Dismiss these dreams as mere spooky fantasies, and the dreams will intensify, becoming terrifyingly surgical in their precision. You'll be haunted by the unsettling glint of scalpels, the incessant buzzing sound of flies, and the cloying, inescapable smell of formaldehyde, a constant reminder of death's cold embrace. These aren't just sensory details, they're psychological torment, a spiritual pressure cooker designed to compel you to act. The only way to make the torment cease, the only way to silence the buzzing and lift the shroud of formaldehyde, is to pay the debt, whatever form it takes, and to finally mark that grave, acknowledging the forgotten. Do this, and the dreams stop instantly, the spiritual burden lifted, and Gede, the playful trickster of death, will retreat, satisfied that his message has been delivered and understood. Number 4, Egungun, the fabric of the ancestors. Imagine a vibrant, swirling tapestry of motion in your dreams. The Egungun spirits don't just walk, they dance. Their entire forms draped head to toe in countless panels of brightly colored, intricately patterned cloth. These fabrics whip and billow in an unseen wind, creating a mesmerizing spectacle, 1,000 flags unfurling and snapping in unison. As they approach, the very air around you will fill with distinct, earthy scents. The pungent aroma of indigo dye mingling with the comforting ancient smell of wood smoke, a fragrance that speaks of hearth and home, of generations past. These aren't just spirits. They are the living embodiment of your ancestors, a direct, visceral link to your lineage. When an Egungun visits your sleep, their message is profoundly personal, tied directly to your heritage and your life's path. If the Egungun dances towards you, their movements graceful and welcoming, and you feel an overwhelming sense of joy, a warmth spreading through your chest, then take heart. This is a powerful affirmation. It means your bloodline, your ancestors, are immensely proud of the path you're currently on. They approve of your choices, your direction, your very essence. It's a blessing, a deep, spiritual nod of approval from those who came before you. However, the dance can shift. If the Egungun spins so fast, so fiercely, that the very cloth stings your skin, a sharp, undeniable pain even within the dream, then a different, more urgent message is being delivered. An ancestor is furious. They are deeply, profoundly disappointed, even enraged, that you are abandoning tradition, neglecting the very roots that nourish your being. Perhaps you're selling off ancestral land, severing ties with a physical legacy. Perhaps you're ignoring your mother's language, allowing a vital piece of your cultural identity to wither. Or maybe you're simply turning your back on the customs, the stories, the ways of life that have defined your family for generations. This isn't just spiritual discomfort. It's an ancestral scolding, a wake-up call to remember who you are and where you come from. The pain you feel in that dream, that stinging sensation from the whipping cloth, won't stay confined to your slumber. You'll wake to find real, undeniable bruises blooming on your arms, tangible proof of the ancestral warning. Heed it. Don't dismiss it as a mere coincidence or a strange dream. This is your lineage reaching out, demanding attention. The remedy is simple, yet profound. Within 7 days, you must engage with your heritage. Learn one old song, a melody that echoes the voices of your forebears. Cook one old recipe, bringing the flavors of your past into your present. Or, perhaps most importantly, tell one old story, a tale passed down through generations to a child, ensuring the narrative thread remains unbroken. Fail to do so, ignore the growing bruises and the ancestral plea, and the consequences will escalate. The bruises will deepen, turning darker, more prominent, a constant physical manifestation of your spiritual neglect. And eerily, every mirror in your house will inexplicably crack, not randomly, but in the exact same lightning bolt pattern, a fractured reflection of your fractured connection to your past. It's a stark, unmistakable sign that your identity, your very reflection, is being splintered by your disconnect. Number 3, Marinette Brashesh, the Scorpion Queen. Lesser known outside the vibrant spiritual landscape of Haiti, Marinette is a formidable and intense Petro-Loa. The Petro-Loa are known for their fiery, often aggressive energy, born from the crucible of slavery and rebellion, embodying raw power and a fierce sense of justice. Marinette Brashesh, whose name translates to Marinette Dry Arms or Marinette with the Withered Arms, appears in dreams as a terrifyingly powerful woman with scorpion pincers where her hands should be, her eyes glowing with the fierce, unblinking intensity of embers. Her presence is not one of gentle guidance, it's a confrontation, a stark mirror held up to your recent actions. She visits your dreams when you've knowingly, perhaps even casually, harmed someone weaker than you. This isn't about grand, malicious acts, but about the insidious, everyday cruelties we sometimes inflict. Maybe you snapped at a cashier, unleashing your frustration on someone simply doing their job. Perhaps you bullied a sibling, using your power dynamic to inflict emotional pain. Or maybe you've taken advantage of someone's vulnerability, exploiting their trust or their lack of resources. Marinette sees these imbalances, these abuses of power, and she comes to deliver a potent lesson. In the dream, she'll offer you a silver key. This key, deceptively beautiful, represents access to a certain kind of suffering. If you take it, if your dream self accepts this offering, you will unlock a prolonged, agonizing phase of chronic physical pain. We're talking about relentless migraines that feel like hammers inside your skull, backaches that seize you with debilitating intensity, and joints that feel as though they've been filled with ground glass, each movement a fresh agony. This isn't just discomfort, it's a constant, pervasive torment, a physical manifestation of the spiritual pain you inflicted upon another. But what if you refuse the key? What if, even in your dream state, you recognize the danger and reject her offer? Marinette will nod once, a single sharp acknowledgement of your refusal. Then, with a terrifying transformation, she'll morph into a snarling red dog, its eyes still glowing like embers, and bolt into the night. You'll wake up, shaken, your heart racing, but physically unharmed. The key, along with her, will vanish from your dreamscape. However, this reprieve comes with a strict deadline. You have exactly 24 hours, a single day, to right the wrong you committed. Think back to your recent interactions. Who did you lash out at? Who did you diminish? Apologize sincerely, genuinely to that person. Make amends, even if it feels awkward or difficult. If you do, that chilling sensation of scorpions crawling under your skin, a phantom itch and prickle that often accompanies Marinette's warning, will fade away, replaced by a sense of calm. Ignore it, dismiss her warning, and the chronic pain will begin within a week. It will be invisible to doctors, eluding diagnosis and conventional treatment, yet devastatingly real to you, a constant, agonizing reminder of your unaddressed transgression. Marinette, the Scorpion Queen, doesn't forget, and she demands that you remember your responsibility to the vulnerable. All right, we've journeyed through some truly unsettling dreamscapes, haven't we? Before we brace ourselves for the top two spirits, the ones you absolutely, unequivocally do not want to meet, the ones whose warnings are paramount, I have to ask, have any of these dream visitors already shown up in your sleep? Did a Zangbeto circle you? Did Mami Wata offer you a mirror? Drop a simple yes or no in the comments below. Let others know they're not alone in these strange encounters. Your experience might just be the confirmation someone else needs. And if you're hungry for more chilling dream warnings, if you want to be prepared for the darkest corners of the spiritual world, then hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Because trust me, the next 2 spirits we're about to uncover, they will make your blood run cold. You do not want to miss this. Number 2, Baron Kriminel, the brutal judge. Now, if you thought Baron Samedi was imposing, prepare yourself for his far more savage cousin, Baron Kriminel. While Samedi is known for his suave, dandyish charm and his playful, albeit morbid, wit, Kriminel is raw, brutal, and utterly uncompromising. He is a force of unyielding, often violent justice. When he appears in your dreams, there's no mistaking him. He wears a black tailcoat, but it's not pristine. It's spattered, perhaps even soaked, with fresh blood, a stark declaration of his grim purpose. His mouth, chillingly, is sewn shut with thick twine, a grotesque testament to his silence. Yet you will still hear his voice. It won't be from his lips, but an unnerving, booming echo that reverberates directly inside your skull, a voice that judges and condemns. Baron Kriminel only manifests when you've committed a grave ethical transgression, when you've knowingly, consciously, and deliberately benefited from someone else's suffering. This isn't about accidental harm. It's about complicity, about profiting from pain. Think about it. Have you bought fast fashion, cheap and trendy, knowing deep down it was stitched together by exploited children in sweatshops? Have you invested in a slumlord's property, turning a blind eye to the deplorable conditions and exorbitant rents inflicted upon vulnerable tenants? Have you gained power or wealth through the direct exploitation or misery of others? These are the sins that summon Baron Kriminel. In the dream, he will hand you a white-hot coin, its surface glowing with an infernal heat. This isn't just money. It's a symbol of your ill-gotten gains forged in the fires of injustice. If you accept it, if your dream self takes that coin, you've accepted the guilt. You've tacitly agreed to the karmic burden that comes with it. And the consequences are swift and agonizing. Within days, you'll develop a mouth ulcer, not just a common canker sore, but one that refuses to heal, growing larger, more painful, more inflamed with each passing day. And here's the kicker. Every single lie you tell, every fabrication you utter, every half-truth you cling to, will make that ulcer throb with excruciating pain, a constant physical reminder of your dishonesty. The ulcer will grow, festering and agonizing until you finally, audibly, confess the harm you've caused to someone who has the power, the authority, or the means to actually fix it, to undo the injustice you've perpetuated. But what if you deny the coin? What if, in a moment of defiance or terror, you refuse to take it from his blood-spattered hand? Baron Kriminel won't argue. He'll simply stab the white-hot coin directly into your palm. You'll jolt awake with a searing pain, finding a stinging welt on your hand, a brand shaped unmistakably like a skull. This isn't just a physical mark, it's a spiritual one. The only escape from this judgment, the only path to redemption, is through profound restitution. You must return the money you gained unjustly, expose the crime you benefited from, or donate triple the profit you made to the victims of your complicity. This is not a suggestion, it is a command from the brutal judge. Do it within 13 days, or that stinging welt will spread, blackening your skin, transforming into a permanent, indelible scar that never fades, a mark of your unatoned sin, visible to all who truly see. Barren criminals' justice is harsh, but it is always deserved. Number 1, Kalfu, the Lord of Crossroads. And now, we arrive at the most potent, perhaps the most terrifying dream visitor of all, Kalfu, the Lord of Crossroads. He is often spoken of as Legba's dark twin, Legba being the benevolent Lwa who opens the gates between the human and spirit worlds. Kalfu, however, is the one who lets the demons through the gate. He is the guardian of the more dangerous, the more volatile paths at the crossroads of existence. When Kalfu appears in your dreams, the very fabric of reality seems to warp. The sky above him splits, not vertically, but horizontally, revealing a sideways crossroads etched into the cosmos itself. One road glows with an ethereal, blinding white light, while the other seeps a viscous black oil, a tangible manifestation of despair. Kalfu stands precisely in the center, an imposing, silent figure, holding a bull's horn in one hand and a cracked mirror in the other. He never speaks, not a single word. His communication is far more insidious, far more unsettling. He merely whistles a tune, a melody that immediately strikes a chord deep within you. It's a tune you recognize, a snippet of a lullaby or a forgotten nursery rhyme from your childhood. Yet you can't, for the life of you, name it. It's a sound that evokes deep memory and profound unease. If you encounter him, it means you are standing at the absolute biggest decision point of your life. This isn't about minor choices. This is about seismic shifts in your career, your love life, your moral compass. And the terrifying truth is, you are teetering on the brink of choosing the path that will ultimately doom you, that will lead you down a road of irreversible regret. He holds that cracked mirror for a reason. Look into it and you'll see yourself, not as you are now, but 10 years older. This isn't a flattering glimpse into the future. You'll see a version of yourself that is successful, yes, perhaps even powerful, but utterly hollow, devoid of true joy. You might be loved, surrounded by people, but profoundly, agonizingly lonely. You'll be alive, breathing, functioning, but spiritually dead, your soul a barren wasteland. This horrifying image, this glimpse into your potential future, vanishes the moment you blink, leaving you gasping for air in your dream. Now you have a choice. a literal fork in your dream road. Walk down the white road, the path of clarity and truth, and you'll wake up with an unparalleled sense of purpose, a sudden, undeniable clarity about your true direction. The only cost? A pounding headache that will fade by lunchtime. A small price to pay for such profound insight. But if you step onto the oil road, the path of deception and self-destruction, you'll wake up with a violent nosebleed that stains your pillow a deep, unsettling crimson. And far worse, you'll be afflicted with an uncontrollable compulsion to lie, to deceive, to spin falsehoods for the next 41 days. Every interaction will be tainted by deceit, every word a potential betrayal. And after the 41st lie, the cycle repeats. The dream of Kalfu returns, but this time he isn't alone. Standing behind him, a silent, menacing jury, are every single spirit you have wronged, every person you have deceived, every entity you have offended. Their eyes, their silent judgment will be fixed on you. And there is no third dream. This is your final chance to break this devastating cycle, to escape the clutches of Kalfu and the legion of the wronged. You must do two things. First, you must tell one full, unvarnished truth to someone who absolutely doesn't want to hear it. Someone who will be profoundly uncomfortable or even angered by your honesty. This act of radical truth-telling breaks the spell of lies. Second, at the stroke of midnight, you must light a black candle at a literal crossroads, a physical intersection of paths, and walk away without ever turning around, leaving the darkness of your past behind you. Kalfu offers a choice, but it's a choice between enlightenment and eternal torment. So there you have it, 7 voodoo dream visitors you never ever want to encounter. Dreams aren't just reruns of your day, they're live broadcasts, urgent communiques from the other side, from the spiritual realms that intersect with our own. If any of these potent spirits wander into yours, don't hit snooze. Don't try to rationalize it away. Run, act, cleanse your space. Right your wrongs and understand this fundamental truth. These spirits aren't haunting you out of malice. In their own terrifying, uncompromising way, they are offering you a head start, a crucial warning, a chance to course correct before it's too late. They are spiritual alarm bells ringing loud and clear in the silence of your sleep. Have you ever met one of these dream visitors? Did their warnings manifest in your waking life? Tell us what happened before the sun comes up. Because in the world of voodoo, some dreams are more than just dreams. They are destinies waiting to unfold.